Welcome! Today we're going to talk about this lovely 2019 Infiniti QX50 Essential that we have for sale. This one's in beautiful shape inside and out. We recently purchased this from one of our service customers who serviced it with us. She had a number of vehicles, so she was trying to downsize her fleet, so she elected to sell this to us, and we're happy. It's a nice vehicle to have in our fleet of used cars. The QX50 is probably one of our best-selling pre-owned Infinitis and one of our better-selling new Infiniti products. It's a compact luxury crossover, lots of space, great visibility, lots of technology, and great features, making it a very unique proposition. This one is the Essential, so it has a nice perforated leather interior. We have a big panoramic roof to allow lots of natural light inside. It opens. Not the nicest day today, but on those nice sunny days, it's nice to have a big roof panel like that, get some fresh air. And if it does get too bright out, you got a power sunshade to dim things down. We have power and heated front seats, a dual zone auto climate control. We noticed that the QX50 has a dual display system. The top screen is for navigation and parking camera. This has a 360-degree around view monitor with moving object detection. Great for low speed maneuvering. The bottom screen is a tablet-like interface for vehicle settings and apps. We have lots of driver's assistance settings. So we have VDC that ties the traction and stability control system together into one system. We have distance control assist, which will encourage you to slow down with fast approaching traffic. We have lane departure warning and lane departure prevention, so if you start veering out of your lane, it will steer you back in it. We have a blind spot warning and blind spot intervention. So again, if someone's in your blind spot and you try changing lanes, it will steer you back in your lane. We have a steering assist, which will help keep you centered in your lane on the highway. We have forward emergency braking. So we have a drive mode selector here. We have a few presets. We have personal, sport, standard, and eco. But if you want to drill down a little bit deeper and personalize it yourself, you can access it here. You can make individual changes to the engine, transmission, eco, standard, and sport. You can make individual changes to the steering. This actually has direct adaptive steering. Unfortunately, this is a system that Infiniti does not offer anymore, which is too bad. It was a really cool system. It's basically drive-by-wire, so there's no mechanical connection to the front wheels. It's all handled by electric motors and computers. A brand new product that came out with drive-by-wire steering is a new Cybertruck. But Infiniti beat Tesla to the punch with that technology. Infiniti loves to be pioneers of technology, and they came out with the first drive-by-wire system in 2014 on the Q50. I think it was 2021 or 2022, which was the last year of the direct adaptive steering system. Unfortunately, it just sometimes the bean counters and then sales-wise, we didn't have enough people electing to get this awesome system to warrant Infiniti keeping it in their vehicles. Maybe it will show up again in the future, but I've talked to a lot of people who leased Infinitis with this system. At first, when they were new to this system, it was a little bit of a learning curve, but after driving it for a while, they grew to really, really like it. So what are the benefits of having a drive-by-wire system? Well, it can actually react to steering inputs faster than a mechanical steering rack. And it can filter out unwanted feedback. So if you hit a pothole or rut in the road, which would normally jerk the wheel, that will get filtered out. So it filters out the feedback you don't want and filters in the feedback that you do want. It also allows you to take control of the steering. You can put it in sport or standard mode. In sport, you have dynamic and dynamic plus, so you can control the kind of like the steering ratio, the weight of the steering, in a way that you can't adjust with a regular mechanical steering rack. All those other systems like the lane departure, prevention, blind spot intervention that steers the vehicle back in its lane, the lane keeping assist, it uses the drive-by-wire steering system to operate those features. So we also have a power adjustable steering wheel on this one. And we have a heads-up display, kind of hard to see on camera, but it projects the speed and some other information up onto the windshield, so you don't have to look down off the road to see how fast you're going. The less you look off the road, the safer it is for you and everyone else. We have a great sounding Bose premium audio system, memory seats for the driver. 2019 is a great year for the QX50 because it got a complete ground-up redesign. It has more interior space. It's much more efficient. Has a lot more features than the old QX50. Beautiful curvaceous body, beautiful styling. Look at all these creases and curves. Look at these creases and curves in the hood. It really makes it beautiful. And it makes it more expensive to develop a vehicle like this. It adds more money to the production process, but this is a luxury vehicle. It's not built to the same price point as like a Toyota RAV4 or Honda CR-V. It's a premium luxury brand. So Infiniti wants to really go to the extra mile to make this beautiful and stylish. Another new feature that came with the QX50 is this new variable compression turbocharged engine. It was brand new technology for 2019. Now in 2024, it's well-proven technology. So what's special about this engine? Infiniti was working 20 years in this variable compression engine technology, and it can mechanically change the compression ratio on the fly, depending on the way you're driving. For instance, if you're kind of doing easy does it driving, the car can tell you don't need maximum power, you need maximum efficiency. It will give you a 14:1 compression ratio, which will calibrate the engine for maximum fuel economy. But maybe you're getting more aggressive with the throttle. Maybe you have the drive mode selector in sport mode. The car can tell you want more power, so it can very quickly change the compression ratio to an 8:1 compression ratio, which will calibrate the engine for maximum horsepower and torque, which is 268 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. In fact, it actually makes more torque than the 3.7 liter V6 it replaces. We also have a power rear liftgate, which was not available on previous QX50s until 2019. For people shorter in stature, it's hard to reach down and pull down the tailgate, so having a power liftgate makes it a lot easier. Lots of cargo space inside. We have a cargo area cover. You can fold the seats fairly flat. Also a little bit extra storage space under there as well. This particular QX50 is front-wheel drive. Front-wheel drive is standard. Intelligent all-wheel drive is optional. Why would you want front-wheel drive versus all-wheel drive? Well, front-wheel drive is a lower price point than the comparable all-wheel drive one. A comparable all-wheel drive one will be a couple $1,000s more expensive. You get a little bit better efficiency with front-wheel drive since you don't have a drag of the all-wheel drive system, and you have less maintenance, so you don't have to service those all-wheel drive differentials. So we're close to April of 2024, and we have not got any snow at all pretty much in the lowlands here in the Pacific Northwest. So if you had an all-wheel drive vehicle for driving in lowland snow, it would not have been useful at all. You have the weight of the engine in the front wheels, you have a traction stability control system, so it actually does pretty good in snowy conditions, not as good as all-wheel drive. It's just like driving a front-wheel drive car. I lived in Boston and drove front-wheel drive cars, no problem in the snow. But obviously, if you live like in a steep driveway that ices over, you drive in the snow a lot, you ski, you frequently cross those snowy winter passes, yeah, maybe in a situation like that, you'd probably want to seek out an all-wheel drive version of the QX50. But for those of you who pretty much spend most of your lives here in the the Puget Sound area, the Seattle-Tacoma area, where we don't hardly get any lowland snow anymore, it seems like this front-wheel drive one should be perfectly fine. Well, thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hope to see you soon, and have a wonderful day.